What's going on? This is Greg. Greg said it. Back with another Sunday inspirational, motivational conversation. We know we spoke early today in the live. We're talking about who's to blame for what's going on. We get a lot of excitement about the changes coming with, the Colorado Buffaloes and the coach change and everybody had high expectations of what that would look like, hope what it would look like to, see that run game kick in. And hopefully that be the difference that everybody's been waiting on. We gave a lot of excuses, a lot of justifications for a lot of things, and we just really haven't seen what we thought we should see and what we wanted to see from a supporter, fan, whatever you would call it, standpoint. But the biggest thing that I think upset most people is they didn't really see it. They saw more of the same. And it's like, okay, you're looking for the blame. But maybe there has been a change already. We just haven't really identified it for what it is. It's not in the direction we want to see, but it's leaking out. You can hear it in the words. Now, I promise, to kind of bring what I saw the change is and the cause of it. And I have a theory. It don't have to be right. Everybody have theirs. It could be right from multiple angles. But I've heard the comment from Coach Prime that he's seen the change in the people's passion and attitude. It's like they're showing up, going through the motion, but it just, that thing is not there. You see the well-off videos and things talking about, he having, him and multiple coaches. Where's that team that showed up at TCU and even Nebraska when everybody doubted you, right? It was us against the world. And it's like it's a weight on them. And I think it's multiple factors that cause that. Just think about young men. A lot of people may have not been on a winning team before, especially transferring, or maybe they have. Maybe they never been in such a light. Most people haven't. That weight of that light, that spotlight. A lot of people pointed out, everybody's out to get the man on top. And you with the man on top. You with Coach Prime. He's been dealing with this whole career. He's had times where he wanted to take himself out. It was such a heavy thing. He went the more spiritual route with it, but he still gets attacked. His faith is more likely the thing that keeps him. Because, when you're attacked on that level, personally, professionally, you don't really, there's nothing you can do to make it right. If you trigger people in certain ways for whatever reason, I think it has a lot to do with his faith. But I also think, the doors are open because of his faith as well to be attacked. So you really have to look at the environment for these young boys who are not used to that level of spotlight. His sons are, because they're his sons. The cameras, you got to think about, and it's not just well off there. You got Amazon been there the whole year since he's been there. Interviews, cameras. I know a lot of people on reality shows talk about the weight of being on a reality show. They just get tired of it. They get used to the cameras, but they just get tired of it. Like you see those relationship shows, they talk about how it impacts their relationship. This is not just a regular football team who's just playing football. It's a weight in itself to have to be able to find a way to make the team play, get your playing time, get to the level you want to get to, the pressures, the expectations of the school around you, the fans, depending on how big the school is, if it's a football school or a program that has had a winning history. In Colorado cases, is a school that had a losing history. But a new pressure came when the coach came saying, I'm bringing my Louis and I'm going to bring, we're gonna win now. And, the media frenzy that come along with him and that statement put a lot of pressure on people who may not be used to that or can handle that. So when you look at that, Then you have the celebrities. We cannot deny the energy that's drawn and the energy that's taken away. What that looks like. I thought about Coach Sean Lewis made the comment to Bucky on Well Off. It's like, people identify me. Like, I go to the grocery store. Now you gotta think about it. People calling you the names from the videos. You got almost 500,000 followers. And it's like, the average football player it's not even to be identified because they wear helmets. Unless you're on a billboard or you like a franchise player, star player, before NILs and stuff like that, and even after NIL, unless you're that guy out of 100 guys, most people don't recognize you. They'll recognize Caleb Williams because of the commercials and things like that. But the average guy, unless you were a real fan, you wouldn't recognize these guys. The average fan would not recognize you without your helmet on. These guys, just like Sean Lewis said, most of these guys on the camera, some people complain not being on it, they probably should be thankful. Because not only can their schoolmates identify them, but just anywhere, these people can identify you just as easy as a celebrity because of that camera, right? It's a lot of energy in that. Good and bad. It's a lot of like things that can swell your head up. And like, I'm not even a celebrity, but I'm a celebrity just because who I'm around and associated with. Not because I'm like a superstar player, which that would normally what it would take. But now you also think about the negativity that comes with those who are against your coach and your team, what we call a hater. So now you got social media and you got people attacking you. Now when you lose games, do people attack you and blame you if you make a mistake? These are things we won't see behind the scene. Coaches, just for being coaches, get all kinds of messages and death threats and targeting for different things. Who knows what the players are? We see how they target them for their jury. They target them for their jury. They knew exactly what the jury who had it. It wasn't random. You know, they're in a place where they're not necessarily built for. They didn't grow into this. It just came from going to this school. And it's cute and it's fun until, it gets real. You got to know, just like being in front of a camera, they got to media train you. You have to get to the place where you know how to move and know how to deal with something from just being a regular guy. Nobody really recognized, maybe some in the area, to everybody know who you are. A lot of these players that we see, like a Jimmy Horn, we say, what's going on with Jimmy Horn? How's it, was something going on with him? It could be, and it could not. It's a psychological component to being a superstar. And all that come with it. Are you focused? Are you disciplined enough to deal with it? It could be the straw that breaks the camel's back. But when we look at this team, it's like the energy is just low. From the extreme highs of this roller coaster, the media frenzy, college game day, big noon fighting to get on the campus first few games, top games, top viewership, all of that comes with, just being at the top and then going down. And watch everybody jump off the bandwagon and everything that come with it. Like I said, that they may experience that we don't. And watching it and looking at it. Yeah, they're kids. Looking at social media. People maybe even calling them by name. And how do you handle that? And it's just like, they haven't been able to recover. I mean, they started off 3-0 and now they're 4-5. First time, having to lose a record. And it's like, not even knowing how to recover from it. Losing close games. Shador getting banged up. Everybody's scrambling, trying to figure out who's to blame. Is it the players? Is it the coaches? And, and then it's that uncertainty component. For even the coaches, I was thinking players, but even coaches, am I going to be replaced? Because it's not like college back in the day. This new thing is like 1 year thing. You used to go on a scholarship and think you're pretty much there. But now, not only just will you have your scholarship, even if you have a scholarship, is somebody coming, are we going to clean house with the portal? A lot of these guys last year, they didn't know they would be gone from Colorado. They didn't know Coach Prime was coming. He came after this point. He came in December. You don't know. They in a whole new school. Some of them didn't even play. Again, some played in a different level of school. I mean, the point is, they went to that school. They probably had no idea they would have to leave that quick or in that fashion. And these kids now, I don't know if they could necessarily, see their future. Because they know the portal's coming. They know the transfers are coming. It's an interesting thing with all these things they have to kind of think through and how it could impact their performance. To the point that, Shadura say, we just need to have fun again. You think about that. This is the group that everybody hated on for having fun, lifting weights, having fun. That's how they came into their season. With all the pressures and expectations, did it impact the fun? Clearly it has for him to make that comment. Clearly it has for Coach Prime and the other coaches talk about the passion. I don't see the same group of kids. Has all those things affected them? Has it? Has it become a weight, a burden? Has it burnt these kids out? Because it's more than football. Football is enough. Is it more than football at this point? That's got the energy level low, their focus low, their hope low. And every time they think they're going to get a boost of hope, they're going to lose. More negativity, more uncertainty. The coaches moving around, rumors, oh, somebody else coming, this coming. What does that look like for me? How do you focus now when your future is uncertain? Change. They say the only thing that's guaranteed in life and that's inevitable is change. It's like beyond college, adult. Your life is unstable. It's hard to focus right now when your future, when your basic needs, your foundation is unstable. It's hard to focus. You think you should bear down when you don't know where you're going to stay, when you don't know what you're going to eat, when you don't know where your next meal, your next dime, your next check is coming from. Some people say have goals is hard. So many people live in a place where they just don't know their future. And they should have a plan for their future, but they're in survival mode. It's like Colorado's in survival mode. They've been winning in survival mode because the expectations were so high. Not just from inside, internal, but external. And it's like they've caved up under that pressure. And, we see that with like celebrity kids or people successful. They crumble under pressure of, you have to live up to your daddy's or your older brother's, success. And it'd be too much for some people. They don't have it. Either skill-wise or mentally. And that's just life. That's not just football. But clearly, it applies. Change happens. You got to be ready for change. But it's a tough thing, uncertainty and change. It's like change you prepare for and change you can't prepare for because you're not in control of that change. It's a saying to, focus on what you can change, but, leave what you can't change out of your mind. It's a lot of ways to say it. We all live that at some point in our life. College football is just one of those ways where we experience it. But we have seen it in our regular life. A lot of us, you haven't, you will. We're seeing it lived out on how pressure and change and uncertainty can affect the performance of a person. What is the solution? I don't know. Sometimes you just got to rally together. Sometimes people just got to be, given some type of assurance, which, Colorado's not. You're like, we're going to get a new line. That's all right. Got some more people coming. It don't really do much for the assurance of a person when they're drowning. That's why our hope comes from. That's why our faith comes from. It's the assurance. That's what faith is. You can't see it, but you just believe it's going to be taken care of. We got to have faith in change, and a lot of change. In this world is a lot of change. We don't know Israel war, Palestine, what's the other war? Ukraine, the economy. All we have in a time of certain change, hope, faith, or else we can crumble up under anxiety and fear, uncertainty. It's a way to deal with change that's constructive, and it's a way to deal with change that's destructive. Which way are you going to choose? With that, hope y'all like, share, subscribe what we have. It's getting dark early, daylight savings. Enjoy the rest of y'all weekend. Again, as Greg said it, talk to y'all soon.